What's going on, family? This is the Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to examine a flyweight championship bout that took place August 22nd, 1925 at Asgard Park, Los Angeles, California. The fighters were Fidel Barber and Frankie Gennaro. Now, there are two outstanding flyweight champions. I want to go through that fight with you, but I want to examine each fighter's career. Now, Fidel Barber was born September 29, 1905 in the Bronx, New York. He died October 2nd, 1981 in Los Angeles, California. He stood 5 foot 3 inches and had a 66-inch reach. He had 69 wins, 16 losses, 15 KOs, and 6 draws. Now, Fidel Barber began his pro debut October 14, 1924. He was a flyweight the majority of his career. Fidel Barber began boxing at the age of 12 in the amateur program. He participated in bouts in Elks Club with a promoter, Carlos Curtis. Now, Carlos Curtis was the manager and promoter for Jess Willard, former heavyweight champion of the world. Fidel Barber fought in a high school program, and he was able to win the junior high school championship. And then he went on to win the high school championship. He went on to win the national AAU and the Olympic competitions. He would win a gold medal in the Olympics. Fidel Barber, he dominated all the amateur competitions. As a professional, August 22nd, 1925, Fidel Barber defeated fighters such as Memphis Puhl Moore. Puhl Moore was a phenomenal fighter. Very good fighter was Puhl Moore. Kid Chocolate. He was known as the Cuban Bonbon. Baby Arizmendi. He was a Mexican and California champion. He fought the great Henry Armstrong 5 times. Fantastic fighter was Baby Arizmendi. Ignito Fernandez, phenomenal Filipino champion. Now, these are all Fidel Barber's opponents. Santiago Zorrillo, another phenomenal fighter. I'm just giving you a perspective on the opponents of Fidel Barber. These are all phenomenal flyweights, and eventually will become junior featherweight and featherweight fighters. New York Bantamweight King, Tommy Puhl, from upstate New York. He was posted on the cover of Ring magazine. Fidel Barber was in there with future featherweight champion, contender, and welterweight champion, Jimmy McLaurin, who was from Vancouver, Canada. Dynamic fighter was Jimmy McLaurin. He was on the cover of Ring magazine plenty of times. Fidel Barber was in there with Teddy Silver, another good fighter from California. Newsboy Brown. I'm just dipping into these scrapbooks, showing you as many of his opponents as I can. Bud Taylor. Oh, I'll tell you, Bud Taylor was something else. He was a phenomenal fighter, was Bud Taylor. Former featherweight champion, Petey Cerrone. Henry Armstrong would defeat Petey Cerrone in 1937 to be the first black featherweight champion in the United States of America. Petey Cerrone's last fight would be against Sammy Angot. Sammy Angot would eventually defeat Jackie Wilson for the NBA Lightweight Championship of the World. Phenomenal fighter was Sammy Angot. He would also stop Willie Pep's winning streak of 62 consecutive fights. He would be Petey Cerrone's last opponent. He would face Claude Vanner, another good fighter. I'll tell you, Fidel Barber was in there with the best of his time. Fidel Barber would face Johnny Pena. Phenomenal fighter from Spain. Now this kid can really throw down. Outstanding fighter was Johnny Pena. Now I can show you dozens of other fighters, but I want to continue with this video. But he also be in there with Bushy Graham, Al Citrino, Earl Mastro, Frankie Gennaro, Elkie Clark, Charlie Phil Rosenberg. I gotta tell you, Fidel Barber, outstanding flyweight champion and phenomenal fighter. He actually get in there with Battling Battalino. And Battling Battalino was a two-fisted come-forward fighter. I remember when Battling Battalino was in there with the Fargo Express, Billy Patrol. And Billy Patrol was some wicked body puncher. The Fargo Express, Billy Patrol. Devastating fighter. Fargo, North Dakota. Now, Frankie Gennaro was born August 26, 1901. He stood 5 foot 1 inch and had a 63-inch reach. He died December 27, 1966. And he was some fighter. Now, these men would face each other August 22nd, 1925 in Ascot Park, Los Angeles, California. And that was one of the best fights that Fidel Barber would be involved in. It was for the vacant NBA Flyweight Championship belt. Fidel Barber, one of the best New York fighters of all time. He would retire 1927. He would go to Stanford University. He would also attempt the featherweight championship strap. And facing Kid Chocolate, he would be unsuccessful. But Fidel Barber was some fighter. And I just wanted to go over this fight with you. I wanted to show you some of the opponents of these fighters. Have a little fun like I normally do. But Fidel Barber and Frankie Gennaro, look them up, two dynamite fighters. Thanks for hanging in there with me. This is Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series, stating all great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. Salute to my subscribers. Salute to these great flyweight champions. I would have loved to see them in with what is known as the greatest flyweight champion of all time, Little Jimmy Wild. Jimmy Wild was some fighter. He lost his title to Pancho Villa. He was an outstanding Filipino fighter. I would have loved to see Pancho Villa in there with Frankie Gennaro, as well as Fidel Barber. Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. All great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. Thanks for viewing. Salute.